Good morning, y'all. Today, I want to take a serious moment out to talk about moments that I've had, and I'm sure moments that others have had. Reluctant prayer. Um, have you ever known that you needed to pray but just couldn't bring yourself to it, or you simply struggled with carving out a space or time to spend with God? I have. I have, y'all. And I know you have. I know others have. And I figured out why, in some instances, why it's hard for me sometimes to give that space or to take the time or to allow myself, right? When you position yourself for prayer, mentally, physically, and spiritually, it requires a certain vulnerability. And I promise you, there are simply days where I'm like, God, you know what? I don't have it in me to be in that space today. I have to get through this day appearing strong, appearing well put together. And I know you feel this way sometimes too, right? It can be for the kids. It could be because you have a job to do. It can be because you are the support for your spouse. It can be because you are the support for family members, extended family members, right? And so you find yourself not allowing a space or a break or time with God, right? When you pray, it requires a state of surrender. And I'm not talking about, necessarily surrendering from sin. It's not surrendering. It doesn't have to always be about sin, right? I'm talking about surrendering of how you sometimes feel inadequate, surrendering how you sometimes feel unsure of yourself, how you sometimes feel lonely, hurt. You feel like you're in a space of lack. You feel left out, misunderstood. Sometimes you have to surrender to the fact that you don't know what tomorrow holds. You don't know what your future is going to look like. You're concerned for your children, concerned for your marriage, concerned for finances, concerned about your health. Those things have to actually be surrendered during prayer time, right? Sometimes you have to surrender that you admit you have no control and that everything that you need and desire will only come from God. That's a hard pill to swallow sometimes, that you can't do anything on your own, right? You are incapable of being who God made you to be without Him. That's hard sometimes because we're so accustomed to being in control. So, guess what? Dying to your flesh daily, giving up your will for His, requires major surrender. It requires vulnerability every time you go in, taking off every mask every time you go in and coming to God in your purest form, vulnerable, broken for Him, naked so that you can put on everything that He has. Prayer can be heavy sometimes, so I get it. But there's no relief like laying it all on the line and saying, Jesus, you can have it all. As a matter of fact, it's better in your hands than mine, right? If I have to cry, I'd rather cry in your presence. If I have to break, I'd rather break under the shadow of the Almighty. At least I'm covered there, right? You put me back together in that space. So it's a safe place to feel weak because I leave with His strength. So next time you feel reluctant, you don't feel like, man, I can't do prayer today, take that as your cue to spend time in prayer. That means you absolutely need to be there. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to speak. Just sit with Him. Give Him time to speak to you. You listen. Let Him reassure you that He's all you need. I love y'all. I felt like you needed to hear that. I felt like I needed to say that. Okay. Get your coffee, babies. Love y'all. Bye.